जागो भैरवी आज अंतःकरण में
For somebody, spiritual process may be just going to a temple or a mosque or a church or whatever their thing may be. For somebody else may be reading a holy book, or for somebody else listening to someone else, or someone else may take much more serious approach to the whole thing. But there is no human being who will not in some way consider that which is beyond the body at some point in his life. If he misses all through, the moment of death is something where he will definitely consider. So essentially, this longing or this need for a spiritual process has come only because we are mortal. Suppose you were immortal, you could be in limitless stupidity. Yes, you could afford it. Because you're mortal, at some point you have to come to sense. If you don't, life will try. If you don't allow that, death will do it. Where life fails, death will succeed. So all this need to look beyond has come only because we're mortal. Suppose this body the way it is, if it's forever, we wouldn't think what's beyond, isn't it? The need to think what's beyond would not occur if this is all it was. And in the very nature of things, physically being immortal is an obscene idea. If you don't make way for the new life that's coming up, it's a very gross thought in somebody's mind that I want to be here forever. Yes, when it's time, everybody should go. Even the yaks have that much sense. Really, believe me, even they know when it's up. So it's the mortality which is essentially this. Mortality on the physical level simply means going back to earth. So creating a situation where you're enveloped by earth, which is actually a grave, is a mountain, a cave. To be in a grave and still be alive and breathing, it brings you closest to that. The body feels very close to the earth because earth is all over. If you're just walking on plain land, earth is beneath your feet. Here, it is all over. You want to be as much buried into the earth as possible because physiologically, on the cellular level, on the elemental level, you're constantly being reminded that you're mortal if you are close to the earth. Yogis who were in plains, who could not afford to go to mountains, they buried themselves still here and stayed for days on end, just to remind the body, because body forgets. The way it's flaunting around, even the body is believing it's going to be here forever, not just you. Not just mentally you're thinking, even the body thinks it's here forever. So one important aspect that they always realized was to be with the elements, as close to the elements as possible, particularly the earth, because earth is the physical of this. In this physicality, it is the earth which is the real physicality. Rest is more a medium to make the physicality work the way it's working. The water, air, fire and other things are making the earth into a body. Otherwise it would just be earth. So they always moved into mountains. Mountains became the haunt of all yogis and mystics because they want to be constantly reminded of the mortal nature of who we are. Tomorrow morning, if you're sleeping in tents, it's very good for you, but if you simply slept in the open, which is how I traveled in Himalayas when I traveled alone, I had nothing except my sleeping bag, no all these jackets and all that, my t-shirt, my trousers, my t-shirt and one sleeping bag. I just slept wherever. You will see yogis sleeping like this just about anywhere. When you're just there with the elements, mortality is something that is throbbing in front of you every moment. But right now, The modern mind is made in such a way, one day if something reminds them of their mortality, never again they will go in that direction. Seeking it is another question. If anywhere little danger happened to them, never again they will move in that direction, they'll completely go in the reverse direction. It is only because we are mortal. Everything that we are doing has some meaning, isn't it? Would you like to be married for eternity? No. You know either you or he will be dead. That is the beauty of life, isn't it? No? Am I saying wrong things to you? You don't like it, but that's how it is. Tell me, 10,000 years, not even eternity, 10,000 years you are going to be married to the same person, you have to live with the same children, you have to live with the same parents, is it possible? No. It's a brief period, so it's okay, isn't it? 20, 30, 40, 50 years, all right. 10,000 years, is it possible? Million years, could you live with them? Million years, could you live in the same job, same house, same nonsense, whatever you're doing? 1,000,000 years, could you do it? Could you look into people's intestines for 1,000,000 years, I'm asking? It's all… everything that we do makes some sense only because one day we'll die. That is the most beautiful aspect of our life, that it is going to be terminated. If it was not going to be terminated, everything would be utter rubbish, isn't it? I want you to just look at this. Suppose, let's say you're immortal. What are you going to do from tomorrow morning? I want you to really look at this.
If I knew I couldn't die, then I would try and traverse all of these mountains, knowing that no matter what happened, I would still be able to try again.
After these mountains, what will you do?
I don't know. I know about tomorrow.
Just about everything in our lives would be utterly meaningless if we are going to be here forever, isn't it? Only because it is terminatable. You don't have to do it voluntarily, it'll anyway happen. Because of that, everything that we do has some sense. So, reminding oneself of one's mortality is the only thing which has turned people towards spiritual process. Otherwise, what meaning would spirituality mean to you? What meaning would spirituality have? What meaning would God have? Nothing, isn't it? Yes or no? If you were immortal, what would God mean to you? God damn, isn't it? Only because you are mortal, something which is beyond mortality means something to us, isn't it? Only because we are mortal, spiritual process means a dimension beyond mortality means something to us, otherwise it would not mean anything. So a daily reminder of mortality, not mental reminder. Every cell in the body needs to be aware that this is going to be terminated, this is not forever. This is just a play that's happening right now, any moment it will go. Knowing this, if one lives, meditativeness becomes natural process. Turning inward becomes a natural process. Outward things will be just of curiosity and entertainment and nothing more. They can never be the purpose of your life if you know that you are mortal. Let's look at it the other way. Suppose you know that tomorrow you're going to die. What would you do? It's guaranteed that tomorrow you're going to die, what would you do? It would become extremely, immensely important to know something beyond physicality, isn't it? Isn't it? So it's not immortality which has pushed human beings towards spiritual process, it's mortality. And being conscious that I'm mortal every moment of my life, not just up here, everywhere in my body, every cell in my body is aware that this is mortal. This brings life to total ease. People think reminder of death will make them tense. Yes, because they believe they're immortal and once in a way when something reminds them, they will get tortured. But if you're consciously reminded every moment, if the body itself knows this all the time, you will see only then you can come to absolute ease. Only then sitting here and turning inward becomes meaningful. Otherwise, you want to do something with something around you all the time. You will be itching to do something on the outside. This itch will go only if you know you are mortal, and not only you're mortal, you don't know when. I won't let you die on me in these 12 days or whatever. That's for my sake, not for your sake. This you can trust, isn't it? If I say I love you, I will not let you die. After some time, doubt will come. I won't let you die because I don't want such trouble on my hands. You can trust this, isn't it? So, always mountains meant mortality. Being in the mountains always reminded people how close they are. As you go higher up, just run up, you know, it's like wanting to leave the body. It reminds you every moment. It's not just because of altitude, because the earth is enveloping you. Now, the earth that is here becomes conscious that this is a part of me. This is not a separate entity. Right now, wearing, insulated from earth, with shoes and chappals and walking here, this one is behaving as if it's its own existence. This is not its own existence. It is just a piece of that, allowed to prance around a bit. Yes? Just allowed the freedom to prance around a little bit. Suppose you sat here like a mountain, you can't move, you would clearly know that you are earth, isn't it? Only because you have the freedom of movement, you lost the awareness that you are part of this. So being in the mountains, always yogis choosing to be in the mountains is because of this, because the sense of mortality should sink deep into your body, into your energy system. Everything within you should know that you're mortal. You will see there will be no room for stupidity. Once you're conscious that any moment I could die, it's not that we're wanting to die. It is not that we're wanting to die tomorrow morning, but we know it is very much a possibility. Not just here, everything in you knows this means you will see suddenly wisdom will be born within you, wisdom will flower within you. There'll be no room for stupidity, there'll be no room for unnecessary things in your life. It's a fix-all. You don't have to fix one thing at a time. How to fix my anger, how to fix my greed, how to fix my lust, you don't have to worry about all these things. Just remind yourself of your mortality, everything is fixed, one shot. If you don't get it now, it will fix it then, when it happens. If you fix it now, you can live an immortal life. Because once what is mortal, the mortal aspect of you and that which is not mortal, if these two things become clearly, distinctly separate, then you are playing both the games. You are mortal, but you are immortal. If you try to be immortal, you will become extremely stupid. If you simply be mortal, you could become fearful and fatalistic. If you are mortal and a dimension of immortality is constantly alive within you, then life is very, very different. And that's how every human being should be. That's the reason coming into the mountains became a very significant process, to remind the body that I'm a part of this. My running around is only a little freedom that earth has given us. It could have made you like a tree. You could be standing and enjoying the mountains, but it gave you little freedom that you need not be rooted to be alive, you can walk around and still be alive. Let's enjoy the walking around. Let's enjoy the walkabout, dance about, everything, but not miss the point. If grave is the only place where we'll get the point, not bad, not very good.